Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, where you better tune in. You can see the picture, all you gotta do is zoom in. You in your man cave, it's no time for your girlfriend. They talk about the Sixers and how the Sixers gonna win. If they take your loss, they gonna hear BG going in. Jenny from the block, that's a lot. They was up 10, now they down 5. You can see it in his eyes, he a fan for life, and he sitting court size. Sports guy, if you know me, I'ma say fly. How I cross you over like when they had AI. I still the ball, I ain't ask you, may I? Not at my house, they can back. I ain't gotta try. Maxie for the 3, he try and win. They don't want the time. B try and win. I don't wanna see that boy cry. I live by the gun. I'ma shoot. I don't wanna die. They eat, sleep Sixers. You should know that it's game time.
Avanto, this shit wavy.
Hello out there, Sixers fan. Welcome to Eat Sleep Sixers.
There's not many of us anymore.
I got my boy VG here today.
Yeah.
Just the two of us.
Just the
Vessels
two
in
of
the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
You and I got a starting lineup for you.
All right.
We got Kyle, Campaign, Kelly Oubre, Tobias Harris, and Mo Bamba. It seems as if Nick Nurse has seen enough of the Buddy Hill show.
Damn, is he on the injury report?
I don't think so, but I can check.
Wow.
I can check. But I was not tracking any injuries from Mr. Buddy Hill.
That is an interesting turn of events. We're going to see how Buddy does coming off the bench. Are the bright lights too bright for Buddy?
If you can't get, and the crazy thing is, he's on my over-unders too. So, yeah, he's not on injury report, by the way. He was on my over-unders, but I think now that he's on the bench, maybe he got a chance at the over-under. Maybe.
All right. Well, we got a couple lunatics in here with us because that's really all that's left now is lunatic Sixers fans who are gluttons for punishment.
We just enjoy the pain. We enjoy the pain of being Sixers fans, man. Same story every year, but yeah, I mean, until the wheels fall off, is how I look at it, man. I'm gonna rock with them until it's over. Until they say we can't play no more until October, I'm rocking with us.
I like the fact that you got your Bell hat on. Is that a Phillies hat or is that a Sixers hat? Oh, that's a Sixers hat. Okay. It's cool. Is that new?
I don't think. No, it's not new. It's not new. I just haven't worn it in a minute. But yeah, man, it's time. You know, if we lose today, we're on a 4-game losing streak. I hate 3-game losing streaks is the worst to me. When you start getting in the 4, the 5s, and the 6s, and if we play like we've been playing, we got Knicks, Bucks. That could easily be 4 or 5.
Yeah, you're not going to like this losing streak we're about to go on. Because we're all just sitting here watching the house burn down.
I think we can split with the Knicks, though. I'm not saying I'm not predicting we will. I'm saying I think we can, simply because of the pieces that they're missing as well.
I think we can split with the Knicks if we get Tyrese Maxey back for the next game. And if these people on social media don't stop teasing me with these Maxey workouts, we're going to have words. Okay? Quit fooling with my emotions.
The man got a headache. The man got a really bad headache.
Come on, man. I mean, that guy's shin must be seriously strong. He hit somebody's shin, man.
RJ, you say they're scared to bench Tobias, but like, and then what? Like, I do agree. Tobias is playing at a level that he should be on our bench. I agree with you. But for who? Then what?
Well, I think, the tactic is to kind of get into Tobias's head. Not necessarily that by benching him, we're going to win, but just to show him where his place is, because he seems to think that he can do no wrong. Now, if you're a hockey coach or you're a hockey fan, you know that a good coach is going to take an underperforming top player and he's going to put him on that fourth line just to humble him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes somebody's got to be humbled.
It's
And I get
just
it. I know what
it
you're saying. Who they going to play? KJ Martin. Who cares? We're still going to lose.
has a max guy ever been benched for poor play? Like
Wasn't
benched.
Clay Thompson benched
Is,
for poor play?
is Clay a max guy right now? I know he make a lot, but I don't think he a max. That's the thing. Like it's hard to just bench a max guy when all of our players is hurt.
And I get it that he's a match. That he is a max guy, but that's only because some idiot decided to pay him max money. He's not a max player. We all know that. There is no universe where Tobias Harris should be a max money superstar.
And you know what's weird about that is like, all right, yeah, we had a max contract to give out, and I get that we turned Tobias into a priority, but that don't mean we had to give him the max. We could have just gave him a good contract. Like just because we had a max doesn't mean we had to give him the max.
And 12 somehow managed to make his way through the whole 5 years of it, which is just mind boggling in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? It's just
With the same, and that's the crazy thing, Jen. We saw the same Tobias all 5 years. A guy
yeah.
who would excite us. Oh, he's so consistent. We know we getting to damn. Oh, that's what he is. To back. Oh, he had a 25-point game. He was ultra good. To he shot 2 for 9. Like it's just the same roller coaster of being a Tobias Harris fan right now. I mean, I hate to even call myself a Tobias Harris fan. I'm a Sixers fan, but as long as he's here, like I said, I'm rocking with him.
You're a better man than me.
All right, what you think tonight is what's the key to victory? I know you predicting a loss. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I hate to say that, but I can't see any other light at the end of the tunnel because, who do we have? Who do we have that's new? Well, who's going to give us a spark? Who's going to do anything differently than what happened versus the Pelicans? We don't have reinforcements.
And that's the weird thing because like guys like Kelly Oubre, I know what he can do. Like I think we max him out for as far as his effort. Right now, he's maxing out effort. I do love how aggressive he is. So it's like if he's doing all of that, I don't think he has another level. What he's supposed to score 50? Like I don't think he has a higher level than that. So it's like I see what you're saying is like this is just what we are right now. What we've been getting out of certain guys is just what they got. That's their best. Maybe that's just their best.
Absolutely. I mean, we get Nick Batum back tonight, so hooray. What is what the key to victory tonight will have to be limiting second chance opportunities and defending without failing.
One of the things that I don't think the Sixers do often is single out a star and determine he's not going to beat them. I don't think we ever lock in on a guy and say, you know what? Occasionally we're going to send 2 at him. When he's driving, we always going to send 2 at him. We're going to show him different types. I don't feel like the Sixers defend stars well. So, with that being said, I think my key to the game is just not allowing Jalen Brunson to have one of those amazing 30-9 games. Like I think we need to force the ball out of his hand, make him work hard. And I think we got a shot. Like I said, they missing OG, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. It's not like they're at full strength. They are still better than us, top to bottom from the roster, I believe, with our injuries and their injuries. But I think if we can contain the head of the snake, we'd be fine.
I like that. I think that's a good call. Sixers, are you listening?
And that's the thing. Just think like when you see guys like, I mean, granted, it's really no stopping guys like Durant or Luka or Devin Booker. Though it's no stopping them. But you see when teams say, "All right, look, we're just gonna throw 2 at him." Soon as he catch, because we know how he wants that isolation. Luka, you know what? I'm send 2 at you. Yes, you can kill us passing the ball. But I like to see the Sixers just try that every once in a while on a star player. And why not tonight against Jalen Brunson?
It's funny because you see teams do it with Maxey all the time.
All
Now
the
that
time.
Joel's gone, he gets double teamed all the time.
All
So
the time. So yeah, I want to see the Sixers try that tonight, man. Like I said, I don't look at us as a high scoring team. So we gotta maybe just be a better defensive team. We're not a high scoring team without Maxey and Embiid and DeAnthony Melton, and with the way Tobias is playing, with the way Buddy Hield is playing, like we just not a high scoring team. So we're gonna have to get stops. We got to get stops, and I think it starts with stopping Jalen Brunson, man. I know those other guys can play, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's their leader.
I like that. Did you happen to hear Kelly Oubre's post-game interview after the Pelicans game?
I did not.
Okay. I didn't hear the whole thing, but I heard enough of it to get the gist. And he was asked, what turned things around in the second half. And he said, the booing. He said, we just needed something. We had to go out there, at least try, at least show that we were fighting, that we were trying to win this game. Now they're in Madison Square Garden. They're not going to get booed. So what is the motivation? Right. That's where I was going with that. What is their motivation?
Well, hopefully it's to not get embarrassed on national television, because you know how much BG hates nationally televised Sixers games, especially. Like, I hate them when Embiid and Maxey are playing. I hate them 1,000 times more when Embiid and Maxey are both out.
Mm-hmm.
We never show up. We just don't show up. When the lights is the brightest, we don't show up in the regular season. We've had games in the playoffs where lights was bright and we showed up, but more times than not, we don't. And I hate that about us, man. I hate that about us.
Have you taken a look lately at the Eastern Conference standings?
I have. I've been watching it very closely, because remember I told you I realistically believe we're only 4 through 8. There's no other position we'll finish in besides 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. There's no other way. We won't fall to 9 or 10. I don't think we'll fall that far. We will be between 4 and 8. So I've been watching it very closely to see us fluctuate between 4 and 8 as we sit currently at 7.
Because there's a lot of talk on social media platforms about us potentially dropping to 10 or 11 if we continue in this trajectory.
I just thought the trajectory is definitely pointing that way, but I can say trajectory if it was 40 games left, though, Jen. Knowing how many games are left, math is math. Like, unless we lose every game, we won't do that, and we won't lose every game. So again, we are 4.5 games ahead of the ninth place team.
And who is in ninth right now?
Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't think those 9 and 10 teams is where we're going to end up. We're going to end up between 4 and 8, more than likely in that 7-8 range. But I mean, at the end of the day, we just hurt at the wrong time, because if you look at the standings, at the drop of a dime, we could be in 4th. And if we hadn't taken this 3-game losing streak and all of these losses we've been taking, we'd be right there with the Bucks fighting for that 3 seed. So it's just, we just got hurt at the wrong time of year when other teams aren't performing as well, but we don't have nobody to play. Like, ain't nobody playing.
No. And I listen, like I said before, to sports radio and such, and I hear people talking about Joel and how he's injury prone and how, they should trade him because he's injury prone, which to me sounds absolutely like the worst idea I've ever heard. Because if you look at other teams, their stars are also oftentimes injury prone. Look at Anthony Davis. Look at John Morant. Look at Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, the list goes on and on. We are not the only ones that are dealing with our star player being injured. It's just that the rest of the roster so happens to be built so strongly around him that we can't get out of this mess. Have you heard any other words on the Kai Jones situation? Because I have
not a peep, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Like they said, I thought I would at least heard at least bad news. I'd have rather heard bad news than no news. I ain't heard nothing. But it was the weekend. We were in Philadelphia. Where were we at? Were we in Philly last game?
Yeah.
Yes, because that's why we was getting booed. So yeah, that's kind of weird. So they stayed right home because we had New York 2 days later. New York's up the street, They just drove there a couple hours ago. So I don't see why we haven't heard anything.
I don't either. It doesn't make any sense. There was such a flurry of activity the other day. Everyone chit chatting because Shams comes out with this blah blah blah, and then silence. So I don't know what's happening. Sort of like the silence we've been hearing about Joel's injury. Oh, we're gonna get you a follow up next week, and here it is Sunday the following week, and we got nothing. So
It's good to see him on the sideline, though.
it is. It is. Absolutely. It's good to see it. But man, it makes me hate this team.
It ain't getting us no wins. It ain't getting us no wins. That's the only thing. He over there, but it ain't like he could check in the game. So
And when I say hate this team, I don't mean the players. I mean the office, the decision makers for this team. I hate them. Hey, Sabri, good to see you.
there's nothing wrong with that hate right now because I think they kind of put us in a hole. But I was talking to somebody on Facebook and they trying to make me believe in this, and I was trying to explain to him I get that part. So what I'm talking about is this upcoming summer we're gonna have tons and tons and tons of money. We ain't got nobody under contract damn near. So I get it, but at what point do they stop telling us, yo, but next year, oh wait, and in 3 years we're gonna be this, or by next dog, do you realize how long we've been hearing the same song and dance? I'm tired of hearing the same thing. I'm tired of hearing it.
No, I hear you.
He said we quiet quitting. He said not silently tanking, we quiet quitting.
We are quiet quitting.
Quiet
That is the
quitting,
truth.
dog.
So me and BG, we're not quiet quitting. We're over here loudly protesting.
I know it's a wrap, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Let's get into these over-unders.
And now, for BG's over and under.
Oh, man, here we go. Another over and under segment with not one star player in it. This is crazy. As currently constructed, as I dissected the box score last game, I noticed something that I need to change. I think right now, when I look at this roster, Kyle is the leader of this team. That's crazy to say that somebody that's been in the locker room for 15 and a half minutes is the leader of this team. So I'm actually going to ask him to be a little bit more assertive on offense. He got to maybe look for his shot a little bit more. So that number is 12 and a half points for Kyle Lowry today against the Knicks. 12 and a half points in Madison Square Garden for Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry, I think, had 8 points last game. So he needs to almost double that. He needs to almost double that. Let me say that again.
He
Kyle,
said, I know what you need.
you need to do it, man. Quit hitting the rim, all of y'all. Make your damn shots. Over.
You taking over?
I'm taking the over because they can't possibly shoot as poorly as they did last game. Knock on wood.
Yeah, I came up with this over under to take the over. I really like to see him. I know this isn't the Kyle of old. I'm not expecting a 25-point night from him, but I want him to be looking for his shot as well as controlling the pace of the game. So I like to see him go over on that 12 and a half tonight. Sounds like you on the bench tonight, Buddy Hill. But I remember when you first got here, man, every over under I did for you was like 3.5. It was a couple times I went 4.5. And you keep letting me down. That number dropped drastically before I knew you was not in the starting lineup, but I'm keeping it there while you're off the bench. 2.5 3-pointers made for Buddy Hield. OG had surgery, didn't he?
Yes.
He had a minor surgery. Like apparently he'll be back this season. Apparently,
I think it might have been an elbow.
yeah, he'll be back for their playoff run. But yeah, he got a minor surgery done, I believe, on his elbow too, Jen. I think you're right. A few weeks back. It's been a little minute now.
Yep, he's been out for a bit.
Yeah.
Buddy, 3 3-pointers.
2.5 3-pointers.
Again, like it just goes back to these guys have to do that fundamental thing that basketball players do and put the ball through the hoopy thing.
The hoopy thing, guys.
The round orange thing has to go in the white net. It has to actually go in that. in order to get points. So yeah, okay, you're gonna do that today, guys, and I'm gonna take the over.
Even KJ Martin?
Not if he's shooting threes. He got to get up to that net. He got to dunk it or something.
That 3-pointer was the nastiest NBA shot. Oh, he was by himself and missed that. But like, it was like somebody turned the air conditioner on and just blew it away. I'm gonna try to use Jen's logic and go under in hopes that he proves me wrong. So you just been letting me down lately, buddy. So I think you're going to hit 2. So I'm gonna take under. I'm gonna take the under. I don't want you to only make 2. Please, by all means, make 6, 7, 8 for all I care. But you got to do better than you've been doing because you've been letting me down lately. Jen, I don't know if you know this. This is our 3rd time playing the Knicks this season. And not one time that we played the Knicks have we scored 100 points. We haven't scored 100 yet against the Knicks.
Now, the Knicks of old, not this new Knicks, but the old Knicks, it was quite a slog playing against the Knicks. It was never high-scoring game. It was always very physical. So I'm not surprised by that.
Well, they scored 128 and 110. So it wasn't grinded out for them. They just walked over us. But with that being said, Sixers 99.5 points tonight. Have not scored 100 against the Knicks yet this season. They scored 92 in the first game. They scored 96 in the second game. Joel Embiid did not play the second. Let me see if he played the first. The first time Joel Embiid did play, and that was the game that we only had Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey score. Nobody else on the team scored. Batum had 0, and Tobias Harris had 5.
Well, I'm going to have to go with the under on that. It's only logical.
Fuck, I ain't going under. I'm so sad that I'm going under on this, that we can't score 100 points. But I watched the team score, barely get 15 in the first quarter last game, so I'm nervous. So I'm going to take the under. This is not me saying we're going to lose, but damn it, I don't know, man. It's the way this team's scoring right now. I'm not a strong believer in us getting 100.
I have to ask you, what do you expect from 12 today?
Like you said, you had to ask me, but you didn't have to. That like
I did. I had to. It's burning.
I have to ask you this. Have you talked to Korkmaz lately? Like, how's he doing? What, like, that was uncalled for. But I will tell you that this has to be the one that he gets out of his funk because it's on national TV in Madison Square Garden. Not just on national TV in Madison Square Garden. Don't embarrass yourself out there, Toby. It's going to be bad for you in this room. I tell you that much. It's going to be bad for you in this room if you don't. And again, I'm not asking Toby to have 50. I'm not asking Toby to even have 30. I just want Toby to be aggressive and show I'm the best player on the Sixers when the best player on the Sixers is out. The best players on the Sixers is out. And he hasn't shown that lately. Because right now it looks like Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, for sure.
It looks like Kelly Oubre. And he only shoots 20% from 3. I hate when Kelly Oubre shoot threes. I don't think I've ever said that to you, Jen. But when I watch the game, I just be like, Kelly, just don't shoot no more threes. Just attack. You can get to the free throw line every time you want if you just attack. When he settles for threes, oh my goodness, he's shooting 20%, Jen. Like, I hate when Kelly Oubre is behind the 3-point line.
I have to say, the other day I was having a conversation about this team as presently constructed with all of the people out, and these words came out of my mouth, and you're not going to believe it.
Go.
I miss Korkmaz. Y'all heard me say it. I said it. I said I miss Korkmaz because none of this team feels familiar to me.
We didn't even queue up the bold prediction segment, and you just start being bold.
That's not a prediction. It's just a fact. I don't like seeing this team of people. I don't know them. I
know them. I just know they ain't got it. They ain't got it. I really want to see Ricky Council tonight. Bold prediction time. I told you I'm going to keep doing it until I'm blue in the face. Ricky Council with 20 points off the bench tonight. Please.
I was going to say that. That's so funny. Maybe he really will.
The actual exactly 20? You was going to say 20?
I was.
Oh, I'm gonna keep using it because I want to see him. I don't know why his leash is so short. I will admit when he's been out there for that short period, it hasn't been great. So I see why he's been getting pulled. But for him to only get like 4 minutes when we just depleted, like, come on, y'all. Come on, Nick Nurse. Get a kid a chance.
I think Buddy has been averaging about 12 points maybe with the Sixers. I'm going
Who?
Buddy.
Oh, Buddy Hill. Yeah. He averaged 23 and a half, like his first 4 games. And since then, I don't know what the hell is going on.
So I don't know. I don't want to pick him though, because I don't want my thing to, upside down on me.
Did you take his over? You took the over on the threes?
I did. I'm not going to upside down. No, it doesn't work that way with my over-unders. It only works with the bold. So I'm going to go with... No, Mo Bamba's going to get 10 rebounds. Our starting center is going to get 10 rebounds. Isn't that bold?
That's the boldest thing I've ever heard. If you'd have said 6, I would have been like, damn, that's a little high. I don't know if you want to go 6. So, yeah, man, I guess that's bold enough. That's bold enough. So, we'll see what happens with the New York Knickerbockers and the Philadelphia 76ers. Everybody look at the top of the screen. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. We go by word of mouth advertising, so please don't forget to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend about the East Sleep Sixers podcast. Because we need y'all here. It's just us. We got to keep the last 15 76ers fans together as one.
Right. That's right.
With that being said, we'll see y'all post game right after the game. Hopefully we can hear the song. Hopefully it's not the start of a 4-game losing streak. Man, let's go Sixers.
Let's go Sixers.
Let's go Sixers, man. I'm gonna keep my head high until it say 4 zeros on the clock. We'll see y'all post